What's up? It's Luke, and Strategy just announced their newest product. More on that after this. Get ready. The largest event of the year is coming to Las Vegas. The Bitcoin Conference 2025 is an event you cannot miss. I attended last year as a student and had a blast connecting with fellow Bitcoiners, learning from workshops, and hearing from the industry leaders in the Bitcoin space. I loved it so much that this year I've partnered up to get you guys a sweet deal. Use my code WINS at checkout or click the link in the description for 10% off your tickets. Thanks again for supporting the channel, and I can't wait to meet many of you there. Again, use code WINS or click the link in the description to secure your spot at the one and only Bitcoin conference. Now, let's get back to the news. Just yesterday, Strategy made their smallest buy in a while for 130 Bitcoin. This cost them $10.7 million. And a lot of people were quick and jumping on Strategy saying, you guys are running out of purchasing power and your buys are becoming smaller and smaller. This is a sign of weakness. When in fact, if you can remember last week, Strategy just announced their new $21 billion ATM program on Strike, not on the common stock. And it seems as if they were just testing out this ATM. Ben Workman here saying that Strategy sold 123,000 shares of Strike via the new ATM and used those proceeds to buy the 130 Bitcoin. So you need to test this new product. You need to see how the market is reacting. You need to see how that new pool of capital is reacting to this new product before you can go and ramp up the speed of the issuance. So we'll hopefully see a bigger buy this Monday. And just today, Strategy now announced their newest perpetual preferred stock called Strife with ticker STRF. This is available to institutional investors only. And you might be wondering, what is the difference between Strife and Strike? And here is a helpful chart highlighting some of the key differences for now. There might be some changes in this new product. It just was announced today. But as of now, here are the differences. The dividends are slightly different, as you can see, 8 versus 10%. The dividend payments are paid out slightly different. Strike can be paid in cash or Class A common stock, whereas Strife can only be paid out in cash. And one unique feature of Strife is that the dividends, if they are unpaid, actually compound quarterly, and they start at 10%, and then every unpaid quarter adds an extra percent, increasing to a max of 18%. And then another key difference is that Strike converts into Class A common stock at $1,000 per share. Those are the big differences for now. I'm sure we'll hear more about this product coming soon. And then another key difference is that Strife is the most senior preferred offering that Strategy will offer. So it goes bonds, Strife, Strike, Strategy. And then Saylor was clear about having no other preferred offerings that will be senior to this. So this is definitely attractive to a certain type of investor that wants high priority and doesn't really care for volatility. They just want guaranteed dividends. So we'll have to see more in the following days and weeks about this product, but I think it's very interesting. And we'll also have to follow the Strike ATM as well. Just in, Standard Chartered Bank cuts Ethereum year-end price target by 60% from $10,000 down to $4,000. And it's rare for banks to adjust their targets very much. So this is very telling about how bad Ethereum is. And also, Ethereum is so bad that even the North Korean hacker group Lazarus, they don't want to hold on to it. They hacked Bybit for $1 billion worth of Ethereum and then instantly converted it into Bitcoin, which is, funny enough, now puts them in the global strategic Bitcoin reserve race. Their position is 13,562 Bitcoin. It'll be interesting to see if they can stack more. Russia is now looking into Bitcoin as well. Their Bitcoin policy shift was, quote, instructed by President Putin. Putin is obviously watching what's happening with the United States and with China, and maybe even with the Abu Dhabi Sovereign Wealth Fund. There's plenty of signal. So I'm guessing that Putin is looking into this thing as well. We'll see what happens out of there. Metaplanet raises another 2 billion yen to buy more Bitcoin. They are quietly stacking. And I think they actually are the highest performing stock in Japan. So that's good for them. Breaking. The Trump Crypto Council chief told industry leaders the US, quote, wants to buy as much Bitcoin as possible and that there's no limit to the size of the Bitcoin strategic reserve. If you can remember, we can acquire more Bitcoin to the reserve using budget neutral strategies. So there's many options there. We could tap into bonds. We could sell other assets that we already own, like gold or like our strategic cheese stockpile. We could also mine Bitcoin. And there actually are rumors circulating that the US government may be secretly mining Bitcoin already. I'm going to make a full video about this once we have a little bit more details. I also need to do a bit more research into this myself, but this is very interesting, and already the rumors are looking promising. So we'll see. There are now 12 senators supporting the Lummis bill to buy 1 million Bitcoin. So all signs are pointing to this bill being passed, and all signs are pointing towards the US using many different strategies to acquire as much as possible. So it's a very interesting time to follow this. And if you want to stay up to date with news about Bitcoin and strategy, I just ask that you subscribe.